Red Pill disclaimer. Welcome to Godzell's channel. By watching this video, you are choosing to take the red pill and see how deep the rabbit hole goes. All opinions expressed are Godzell's alone, and any copyrighted content belongs to its respective owners. Viewer discretion is advised.
Can you see it now? Can you see the Matrix for what it truly is?
Yo, what's good, y'all? Welcome back to another one. As always, you already know it's going to be a informative video, so stay tuned and let's get right into the video.
Like cadmium, which over time can link into the brain, causing onset of Alzheimer's dementia. The artificial dye in Takis and Gatorade stain your digestive system, restrict blood flow, and causes cramps and gastritis. Seedless fruits are actually fruits that have been cloned, therefore they have less fiber, antioxidants, and phytonutrients, so they should be avoided when possible. Eating high cholesterol foods like eggs when your liver already makes 80% of the cholesterol your body needs leads to high blood pressure, plaque in arteries, and possibly heart failure. As an online health influencer, I'm sorry if we make it seem like everything is bad for you. We just want to expose the food industry. Oh yeah, and I got my 16 detoxes 90% off right now, so click the link in my bio and don't miss out. Crab legs have the highest...
That's real.
What kind of dressing? You looking at it right now, like, you know what I mean? Put some seasoning on that thing, a little paprika, a little onion powder, a little cilantro, a little sea salt. You squeeze a lemon on there. You know, you put a little bit of extra virgin cold pressed olive oil on there, and then you're good to go. That's the dressing, you know? You don't need no Hidden Valley. You don't need no Uncle Thompson or whoever uncle. There's a lot of uncles out there that's feeding y'all bullshit, you know? Caesar, blue cheese. Them uncles don't give a fuck about you. That's why you waking up with all them pimples in your face, boils under your underarm, got a whole big zit on your penis because you eating all that goddamn dressing that got a 64-month shelf life. You need to just make your own. Make it fresh. Go to the market, get you some fresh cilantro, fresh basil, fresh dill, lemon, key lime, olive oil, avocado oil. You know, you make it yourself. That's the dressing. Dress it up real nice and make it real for you. And watch it love you. Because all that other shit, Hidden Valley, Uncle Benson, Uncle Tom, Aunt Jemima, like if I was you, if there's a brand out there that start with somebody's aunt or somebody's uncle, run the fuck away. Because your uncle don't care, your aunt don't care. They trying to kill you. You don't see it? Because I do.
Boy.
What kind of dressing? You looking at it right now.
He
Like,
said, whoever uncle run away. That was funny.
So it's just a conscious thing where most of the people right now, they're just like puppets every day, as you can tell. They don't have a mind of their own. They don't express independent thought, and they just kind of like go with the flow or the status quo of whatever standard is set for them to follow, and they just jump on it and they stay on that path until they're dead, basically. Everything that goes into your body and goes into your mind is coming from institutions. So you've been institutionalized mentally, physically, and spiritually. Mentally, you're institutionalized by what? By when you go to school, put your name on a piece of paper and say you got a degree. You're smart now. You're not smart. You're just good at regurgitating information. That's what they give you.
Hold on, I'm sorry. I just seen some comment. It says, that's why you bless your food with the Bible. But, you know, you're still eating death, you know. But I just have to... Because that's his way, so he can still eat it. But hey, that's your life. You do you.
Test. If you can regurgitate the information and take the programming accurately as how they basically program you, then they give you a high score. And if you don't regurgitate the program that well, they give you a low score, right? And try to make you feel bad about it. Then spiritually, they give you all this institutionalized religion. So mentally, physically, and spiritually, you're institutionalized. But you're not able to see that though. You get up every day and it's like, oh yeah, this is real life. Eat your medicated food, take your medicated brainwashing information, and your institutionalized religions. So they got you on all three planes of existence. Remember, you exist mentally, physically, and spiritually. So it's just a conscious thing where most of the people right now...
Noah's Ark never existed. It's a metaphoric story about you. Noah's Ark is in your brain. Noah meets God on a mountain. The mountain is your spine, and God is your consciousness. The mountain represents a heightened state of awareness, a higher consciousness. That's why Moses goes on a mountain to meet with God. God then floods the earth to kill all flesh. Earth rearranged is heart. Desire comes from the heart, and he flooded the earth, which is the heart, with water, which represents truth and enlightenment. God never killed everyone on the earth. It's metaphorical for you killing the desire of flesh and the desire of physical things and replenishing the heart. In order to progress spiritually and mentally, you have to heal the heart, because this is where all of your desire comes from. You must become God to know God. How can you know God if you are desiring the worldly physical things? All religion stems from the mastery of yourself to become God. None of the characters in the Bible existed. None of the stories are true stories. It's all metaphorical, written in code to how you raise yourself out of the lower carnal mind. The link is in my bio for the Book of Wisdom. Noah's Ark never...
There's currently intense cosmic activity hitting the planet, family. Be prepared to witness ascension symptoms, okay? It's important to make sure that you're detoxing. It's important to make sure that you're staying hydrated during this time. There's cannibal...
How many of y'all been like getting like headaches out of nowhere? Have you guys experienced that?
On a massive...
I have, like, especially if it's like hot. I do, like, I will get a headache just from being outside. It's crazy. Not like a crazy headache, but like, you know, you get like a mild headache and then it go away.
Ejections hitting the planet currently, indicating that this could be the largest solar storm that we actually seen since the Carrington event back in 1859. For those who are unaware of the Carrington event, this was the most intense geomagnetic storm ever recorded. What we are receiving is going to be more intense. Cannibal eruption basically takes place when multiple CMEs form together. This is when you get the cannibal eruption. Temperatures all over the planet will substantially accumulate. Your dreams feel crazier if you feel a little bit more dizzy or lightheaded or different symptoms that you typically don't feel. It's because of the sun's effect on our planet currently, okay? And again, it's important you detox. Make sure that you're detoxing. Make sure that you're cleansing yourself of all parasitic organisms, because right now is the time that we're going to be integrating our cosmic light body, family, all right? So it's important that you're taking heed to this information. I highly recommend eating a lot more fruits and vegetables during this time. And as I expressed, detoxing the heavy metals out of your body, like lead, cadmium, and mercury, will make it a lot easier to be able to endure the sun's harmful ultraviolet radiation. And now is also the time you should be plugging in and grounding, okay? Plug in with the Schumann resonance. Get barefooted in nature. Being in nature alone raises your serotonin and lowers your cortisol levels. Pretty soon we will be seeing the northern lights, cosmic family, okay? We're going to be seeing those bright greens and those purples. And again, those celestial luminaries have an effect on our genetic makeup, okay? That green Etherian cosmic energy soon will engulf the whole planet, all right? And this is what's going to take place. And this is what's happening now, all right? As these CMEs hit the planet, all right? Again, you're going to notice a lot of ascension symptoms, weirder dreams, more shadow beings are going to be in the corner of your eyes, all right? And so it's important that as of now, you stay grounded. One of the signs that you're integrating your cosmic light body, or that you're going through the process of ascension, is seeing angel numbers, all right? Sometimes these are signs from our future self, all right? So when you see an angel number like a 444 or a 333 or 222, pay attention to what you're doing at that time. And you're going to probably notice that a lot more frequent with the energy turning up on the planet, all right? And that's just also a sign of your telepathy turning on. You're beginning to see the matrix crumble. You're beginning to actually step outside the construct a bit, all right? So now you can almost see behind the matrix and see the ones and zeros start to formulate. And this is why you start to see those angel numbers. There may be a lot of technological malfunctions in various states. I recommend getting things like water, dry goods, and any other things you may need in the event that the grid goes down. Now all the way through 2030, expect a lot of cosmic activity. It's only going to increase more and more and more. And this is why it's important that you strengthen your immunity. Why you take things like Shilajit, black seed oil, that you're exercising, that you're taking care of yourself, that you're staying hydrated. All these things are important, all right, cosmic family, because we're really on a path to cosmic integration. For all high quality herbs and metaphysical products for spiritual...
8 years sober myself, Bob. You struggling with it? With the drinking, Bob? Okay, I just try to plant little seeds on a Friday night.
You just trying to drink.
What do you enjoy about it? I'm curious, Bob.
What?
Me, it was the numbing. It numbed my pain and I got to forget about my problems, and then when I'd wake up, they'd be right there again. So, got kind of tired of the rhetoric, Bob. So,
He not trying to hear that.
you can get a little buzz. Well, be careful if that's the reason, Bob, because if you're doing it for a feeling, a stimulation, because it is a stimulant, you know, you don't want to start.
But if you're doing it for a feel, you don't want to start that. Ew.
Needing that, or you know what I mean.
It's too funny, man.
I have the resources if you do want some help. Okay, I used to say that too. I know denial was a huge part of my process personally, but everyone's different, you know. Just sharing my testimony. I'm not projecting anything onto you, nothing like that. If you can get something from my seed and you can make it blossom, then cool, you know.
Right.
Got $1, bro? Do you have $1? Yeah.
You got $1. You got $1.
Oh, thanks, Bo.
That's
Thanks.
what's up.
Now I got enough. I was the $1 short, Bo. Don't tell nobody, Bo.
So how you gonna do that? Tomorrow I'm trying to plant seeds. Nah, he is funny for that though. That's too funny.
Whether for breakfast or dessert, you'll love these banana chocolate chip baked oats. And since the chocolate chips are sweetened with dates, that means there's no oil, no wheat, no refined sugar, and no rice in this recipe. It's also easy to make. You gotta try this one. So save the recipe and make your own.
Cause you can't have none of mine.
This is how to remove negative energy from your life. For number 1, distance. If the people around you are draining, this is a clear sign it's time to go. Because the longer you stay, the more negative energy will build up. So protect your peace and create distance from negative people. And that brings me to number 2, which is nature. Taking walks through nature has been proven to reduce stress. And when your feet touch the ground, this only amplifies more peace. Because nature is able to give your body more energy. DM me the word chosen if you want more guidance. And for number 3, frequencies. Frequencies have the power to alter your mood and cleanse negative energy. Especially if you're listening to the right ones. That's why you gotta check out this free meditation playlist. This playlist comes with all the best frequencies, and each track gives you different benefits. So just go to the link in my bio to try it out for yourself. Enjoy your new playlist, family. Love y'all. This is how to remove negative energy.
Comment sun if you be out in the sun.
People in the 1960s. I better watch what I say or the government might wiretap my house. People today. Hey, wiretap, what temperature do I need to cook chicken at and for how long? People in the 1960s.
You are made up of 3 parts: mind, body, and soul. Your mind is the spirit, your body is the flesh, and your soul is the heart posture. Another way to think about this would be to say, mind is the God consciousness, body is the world consciousness, soul is the self consciousness. Your concept of self becomes skewed by the world. Metaphorically, the devil within makes you forget about the God within. Your true self is God, but you become separated from this divine mindset when it enters the carnal body. Another way to think about this would be to say your ego or lower self or Luciferian consciousness becomes louder than your higher self or divine spirit or Holy Spirit or God within. Which brings me to the main point. Your body is the mark of the beast. Your body is also a temple. This is how you get duality. Let me show you. Revelation 13:18 in the KJV reads like this. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. 666 is just 666. The body is made up of carbon. Carbon is made up of 6 protons, 6 neutrons, 6 electrons. Let him who hath understanding, you get it. In case you don't, I'll make it even clearer. The body comes from dust, and upon your earthly death, the body will return to dust. Dust is composed of particles that generate from the earth's surface. Therefore, the body represents you in a specific sense, but represents the entire earth in a broader sense. And all of that together, then, we get that the body and the earth are the mark of the beast. And in case that isn't clear enough, that means that the body and the earth are symbolic of hell. But remember, hell is not a physical place until you manifest it into the 3-dimensional plane. Is the 3-dimensional plane? Earth. Meaning, hell is thought up in the mind, felt in the body in earth. But as previously stated, body is also a temple. Let me show you. 1 Corinthians 6:19 through 20 reads like this. Know ye not that your body is the temple of the Holy Ghost, which is in you, which ye have of God, and ye are not your own? For ye are bought with a price. Therefore glorify God in your body and in your spirit, which are God's. So how can it be both? Duality. Because heaven, like hell, is thought up in the mind and felt in earth. But remember, duality is a lie. Oneness is the truth, which is why you are called to bring heaven to earth. Remember, the kingdom of heaven is within you. The state of the world is indicative of your state of mind. Change your mind, you change the world. You are made up of three parts: mind, body, and soul. Your mind is the...
That is crazy though. Like, it's like we don't really own this body, you know? It's just here temporary.
Take a look at this. A TV presenter accidentally did the Baphomet symbol. This was done live on television, but there is something more to this symbol. The Baphomet is good, it's not evil. Religion has miseducated you to think it's evil. I'm going to break this down to you from top to bottom so that you can gain an understanding. First of all, symbols speak to your subconscious mind. Symbols activate thoughts in the invisible realms of mind. Symbols are keys to understand higher things. This symbol can be used for good and the bad. The goat is a ground animal, represents the lower self, the ego. The wings are an air animal, represents the higher self, the elevated state. The dome he's sitting on is the earth element. The fish scales on the stomach are the water element. We have the fire element, also representing human enlightenment, the higher self, and the kundalini. The wings also represent the air element. As above, so below. What happens in the mind happens in your external reality. The moon represents emotion, the feminine aspect of your consciousness. The moon is either on top of you, ruling your body, or you are standing on top of the moon, controlling your emotions. This is not the devil horns. It represents the lower self, the moon controlling you, your emotions. He's male and female, representing polarity of the physical plane, left and right. The Baphomet is a symbol which symbolizes the transformation from the lower mind to the higher mind, to a sleep, to awakened and enlightenment. I have a whole new book of wisdom coming soon which will explain absolutely everything in detail. Take a look at this. A TV presenter accidentally did the Baphomet symbol.
If you shoot a gun with a smart bullet inside, it can actually change direction after being fired. It works because of tiny sensors on the inside that gather data about the bullet's surroundings. Once the target is identified, the sensor rapidly sends information to tiny fins on the body of the bullet. And these fins adjust, changing the flight path mid-air to hit the target. If you shoot a gun,
I wouldn't be going to
The Subway employee was filmed sitting on the food prep counter. None of the workers seemed to care, as the man continued making a sandwich in the same spot. The video has left many internet users disgusted. Some were surprised that customers continued to order, and said they would have left immediately. A dirty-footed Subway employee was filmed sitting on the food prep counter. None of the workers seemed to care, as the man continued making a sandwich in the same spot. The video has left many internet users disgusted. Some were surprised that customers continued to order, and said they would have left immediately. A dirty-footed Subway employee was filmed sitting on...
And they know something about us that we don't know, that we gods. But there going to be some that is going to go with the actual government, like they've been going to, and some of our people going to go with the government also too. Case in point, let you know that you God, you go right down to the George Washington. If I'm lying, then you don't blame me, blame the white people. You go right down to Alexandria, Virginia, in the George Washington Masonic Memorial. Go through, it's a free tour, you don't have to pay nothing. Take the tour and they go through all the stuff that the Masons put in this building, this big shrine. And you go to all the floors and you learn about the grotto rite, the Scottish rite, the York rite. And when you get to the top floor, if you're not a group of people, if you're a group of black people, they usually say that store is under construction or they don't open that up. But if you one or two black people, you sneak in with a whole group of white people, they'll take you in the top floor. And in the top floor, they got a bunch of white people reaching up to heaven and they got this big black hand coming down to get them. Now, call me a liar and call me crazy, but the white man knows something. Why in the top of his George Washington is the father of his country, and in his shrine at the top, where they tell you the pinnacle of all this, they telling you who God. Why is it they gonna put a big black man coming from heaven? If I'm lying, I'm flying. I saw it with my own eyes.
D for K.
If I'm lying, I'm lying.
My liver right now is releasing something called a cold shock protein. These are reserved proteins. They're found in your liver. Your liver will dump them into the bloodstream when you go in cold water. And when they hit the bloodstream, they scour the blood of free radical oxidation. And they quadruple the rate of protein synthesis, which is muscle repair. We used to think that putting athletes in cold water after exercise was beneficial. We now know that doing it before exercise is the way to do it, right? Because if you think of what the body's doing naturally, right? If you do a big squat workout, what does your body do? As soon as you're done tearing all that muscle, it's going to send more blood flow to that muscle, more proteins, more oxygen, right? Yeah. It's going to get all the byproducts. The last thing you want to do is shut that down. You'll have no cravings, nicotine, alcohol, no other kind of cravings. My liver right now is releasing something called a cold shock protein. These are reserved proteins. They're found in your liver. Your liver will dump them into the bloodstream when you go in cold water. And when they hit the bloodstream, they scour the blood of free radical oxidation.
Look at this shit here, man. Look at this shit here. I thought only black folks did this shit. I thought only black folks do this shit, huh? I thought only black folks do this.
They getting them
I
some
got
stuff.
this.
They said, I'm getting me some out here.
It's funny how they have fossils of everything else, but when they see shit like this, they just say it's just a mountain formation. Now, we all know that the Nephilim existed, yo. So somebody just took a picture of this new mountain, yo. You can see the mouth, the eyes, the nose. You can even see his forehead and everything. Like, you can see the whole face, the mitt. So y'all telling me that this is just a regular mountain, bro? Now, I don't know if y'all ever seen the movie Troll that was on Netflix, but they literally told us in this movie. Now, y'all always saying, yo, my man always stretching it, yada, yada, yada. But Pete, bro, I'm trying to tell y'all, man. And the fact that they've been messing with these timelines, you already know some crazy shit can happen.
You smell, eat, taste, touch, hear, think, and they control everything you do, where you can go, where you can't go. And so for us to take back control of this planet, we need to know this ancient information. We need to know what happened in the past so we can make a better future, because the past is prologue. We can't take control of this planet until it happens. And so to answer your question is this: once people understand this fundamentally, the true reality is we'll take back control of our planet. These beings, they don't land and walk around. They're waiting for us to grow up. I think that the ones that had subjugated us have been long gone after the last pyramid war that happened about 5,000 years ago. And the ones that are looking at us now, that we see these UFOs, UAPs flying around, not all of them are there, some are ours. But the ones that are from other places, they're watching us and they're looking and they're saying, you know what? They're still crawling. They're not ready for us yet. When they learn how to walk, when these 8 billion take back control of their planet and
what verse you think he was reading? Definitely not the Bible.
Guys, do these 12 exercises every single day. Doing your pushing, doing your pulling.
He make this seem so simple, but it's not that simple. You know? Some people can't even do a push-up.
Jumping up and down.
I'm just saying.
Pushing upwards. Squatting. Lunging.
Crazy.
Raising.
Doing it like this, like making it seem so, you know what I'm saying? Doing 12 exercises in one, just doing like a couple. I mean, you even got to do a lot. Just do like 2. You can't even do one, just do one. Like, take it one step at a time.
Okay. Running. Make sure that you're doing these every day, because these are basic functions that you need. The ability to kick, the ability to strike, or the ability to reach, the ability to jump, the ability to hold yourself up with your body weight. But make sure when you're doing these exercises that you remember it's not about how many repetitions you can do. It's about actually just doing them every single day. So a lot of people don't do them because it feels really hard. What I want you to do is to make the exercise feel easy. You notice I'm only doing about 2 repetitions for every exercise. Even if you did something like this, you would be able to strengthen your body, get the results, and by being consistent and doing this every day, your body's gonna get stronger. And before you know it, you're gonna be able to do a lot more.
Yep.
So start today, don't wait.
It's all about being consistent. Stay consistent. And consistency can beat a lot. For real. Just be consistent.
Why would I put a diabetic on fruit? Well, fruit is simple sugar, and simple sugar is essential to the wellness of a cell. And fructose is the best simple sugar found in fruits and very little in vegetables. Vegetables are great for herbivores. And with fruit comes astringents, comes flavonoids, comes packed with nutrition. Matter of fact, fruit has the highest electrical ability of any food on the planet. And why would I put a diabetic on fruit?
Okay, let's talk about this image that's behind me right now. Let me give y'all some context for the people that don't know. This video game is GTA 5, right?
Mm-hmm.
I used to be somewhat, you would call it, addicted to playing games. I would play from sun up to sundown. One day, as I was driving on this game, I stopped because I seen this billboard. You know, wisdom always been wisdom, whether I was playing the game or I was doing whatever I was doing. I always been who I was. So when I seen this, it was like I was staring at this for a whole 20 minutes. Hell is awaiting if you're having fun. And guess what? As I was playing GTA, I was having fun. Then it had me thinking on what energy is at play when I'm playing a game. And if y'all see the image behind me, this is the 7 deadly sins. Let's look over here to our left corner and let's look at sloth. See, when you sit up and you play the game all day, that's channeling your willpower. And when you sit up and play the game all day, that energy is going somewhere. Or the energy that's behind it that these entities is using is sloth. We have to know that we are in a spiritual war. Everything that you do is energy. Your energy is going somewhere. Y'all read this song behind me. Hell awaits if you're having fun. Okay, let's talk about this image that's behind me.
This homeless man exposes the truth about the government.
The Illuminati is he Republican or you're Democrat? You're wrong! Why? It's this easy. It's called divide and conquer. That's why there's 2 parties and only 2. And they're controlled by the same people at the very top who belong to the Council on Foreign Relations, the Bilderberger Group, they also belong to the Trilateral Commission, and you people don't even know what the hell that is. But if you did know, you would know that these are the people that control your world by making global policies that you never vote on, and by which parties both serve and belong to these organizations and control your world. Now, here's how it works. Really easy. Divide and conquer can only work if the people that are divided are not aware of the falsely created division. If you're not aware of it, then it works. If you know about it, then it don't work no more. If you have socialism without capitalism, it becomes communism.
This homeless man exposes the truth about the government.
The Illuminati is...
Doctors use stethoscopes to listen to your heartbeat, and this works when sound waves cause the flat part to vibrate, transmitting the sound. But before stethoscopes were invented, doctors would just listen to your chest with their ears. If they heard a heartbeat, they assumed you were alive. But if they couldn't hear it, they would sometimes pronounce you dead. This caused a legitimate fear that if the heartbeat wasn't heard, people might actually be buried alive. Doctors use stethoscopes to listen to...
That's crazy.
What would you do if you had cancer? If I had cancer? I would immediately get out of America because this is a stressful environment and stress does, cause cancer to exacerbate. So I would immediately leave here, go somewhere indigenous where I can be around fruits, vegetables, easy. I would immediately start juicing, not eating, because the thing you want to do is you want to starve cancer. Right. Because you can feed cancer. And one of the primary things you can feed cancer with is sugar. Okay, so I want to starve it by first not eating any kind of sugar. And then I want my body to be in such a healthy state. And remember what I told you. When your belly is empty, like the more you eat, the more healthier you're going to be. Like it's just facts. And so I'm going to juice a lot so I can keep my body in a rested state so it can use all of the energy it would be breaking down food with to heal, regenerate, and repair.
What would you do if you had cancer?
If I had cancer? I would immediately get out of America because this is a stressful environment and stress does, cause cancer to.
If you make a deal with the devil won't show up as the devil because you won't make the deal. It's likely to show up as sugar, liquor, porn, weed pills. It might show up as a snooze button. Boop. Now watch your dreams get killed. It might show up as a late night out with your friends that overlaps into your morning routine. It might show up as a limiting belief that you are not yourself until you have caffeine. The devil never lies. It's a true masterhood disguise. Come on now. It's the temptations and contradictions, the hesitations and restrictions that keep the friction between our addiction and our mission. What you doing? You like being in that condition? Causing a contradiction in our conviction due to the deception of our depiction that leads us to our own crucifixion. What you doing? I can see your pride missing. So if you're trying to be a deal breaker with the devil, go ahead and comment. CYC. And then get up, get over it, and get after it. Choose yourself and let's get in.
This is the biggest secret of 2024, and they don't want you to know about this.
If you get injured in an accident, even as just a passenger, no one knows this, but you can turn that accident into tens of thousands, or in my case, hundreds of thousands of dollars.
So you were injured in a car accident, and they just gave you a check for $245,000?
Yeah, it's definitely worth the free consultation. Filling out that 30-second quiz changed my life. Paid off my medical bills, my credit card.
Well, what do we have here? Just in time for back to school. This wants to happen. 2 deadly, 34 infected with listeria, linked to deli meat, purchased from Publix, Aldi's, Walmart, and probably all the other grocery stores they ain't looked into yet. The reality is this. You guys should not be eating this processed, mucus, inflammation, sodium infused anyway. But what I will say, if you choose to eat deli meat, make sure it is freshly carved and organic and farm raised. Me personally, I don't eat any of this. But if you choose to feed this to your child for a quick and easy lunch, make sure you're getting that baby some grass-fed, organic, freshly carved deli meat. Okay, you guys, this is happening more and more, and it's going to continue to happen more and more because they are tampering with our food. They are trying to make it stretch. They are adding all these chemicals, and you're going to see more and more recalls of stuff like this happening. So I say all that to say, start trying to stop cutting corners and really start cooking your own food and stop doing all this processed. Tag a friend who need to see this.
So earlier this week, I showed you how to make date paste, and then I showed you how to make a pie crust. And now it's time to combine the two, along with some healthy cherries and blackberries, and make this delicious blackberry cherry pie. Now it's all healthy vegan style, which means no oil, no wheat, no refined sugar. So save the recipe and make your own.
That is a nice pie.
So
right there.
earlier this week, I showed
You did this thing on that one.
When I said McDevils, everybody was like, ha ha ha. I said Taco Hell, ha ha ha. White Casket instead of White Castle, ha ha ha. So I went and looked up Popeye's chicken sandwich. Come to find out, they have over 40 ingredients in the Popeye's chicken sandwich. 32 of them were man-made chemicals. And I said, well, let's see what Chick-fil-A has. Well, black people got an emotional attachment to this Chick-fil-A spot. So when I said Chick-fil-A, over 50 chemicals in the chicken sandwich, over 40 of them were man-made chemicals. I said, so hell, this is a dope sandwich. So they really are flipping birds over there. Inside of beef, there were 21 drugs pumped into cows that were harmful to the human body. This was in the 60s. Because these drugs are in the meat, then you become addicted to it. I even was told that breakfast is the most important meal of the day. And they were trying to get you to buy the cereal that they was producing. We find ourselves suffering from illness and sickness unnecessarily. The oldest man in the scriptures named Methuselah, 969. How'd you live to be almost 1,000? He ate one meal, fasted 3 days, and then ate another meal. You eat like that, your body will never have enough toxins to even make you sick. I end up becoming a vegetarian that I feel now at the age of 48 better than I felt at the age of 15. They don't want you to know that they're drugging you, wanting the food, not because for nutritional value, but because you become a... When I said McDevils, everybody was like, ha ha ha.
Racism never existed on this earth. It never existed on this earth until the 1500s. Racism came into existence when 9 European nations, when Arab, Middle Easterners, and some Asians all of a sudden decided that they wanted to enrich themselves by building colonies in the newly discovered world, which was the Americas. South America, North America, and Latin America. They got into a contest. In the 1400s, Europe was decimated, was being devastated by poverty, disease, famine, and crime. And Europe wanted to lift itself. And so then all the European nations got into a contest, what you all call a race to develop South America, North America, and Central America. That's when the race started. Racism has nothing in the world to do with getting along with people. It has nothing in the world to do with bias, bigotry, hatred, or discrimination, or prejudice. Those things have nothing to do with racism. Racism is a competitive relationship between groups of people that are competing to own and control resources and wealth and power. And once they acquire a significant amount of it, they then use it against another group to enslave them, to discriminate, to shut them out and tell them who they can marry, whether or not they can go to school, or to maldistribute the educational funds for the schooling of another child. That's what racism is.
You realize that there are an infinite number of parallel realities. It means there are an infinite number of parallel versions of Earth that coexist simultaneously right now. So he's basically saying you never actually change the world you're on. You change yourself and you shift yourself incrementally to different versions of Earth that already exist that are more and more and more reflective of the change you make within you. People may still exist on the world you left behind, but you may never interact again because they may actually be on another vibrational level of Earth that exists simultaneously with the one you've shifted to. And when you think of yourself as an indestructible, eternal, infinite being, nothing is ever really lost. You realize that there are an infinite number of parallel realities. It means there are an infinite number of parallel versions of Earth that coexist simultaneously right now. So he's basically saying you never actually change the world you're on. You change.
So I love baking, and especially making pies, but I wasn't able to find a healthy vegan pie crust that didn't have wheat, rice, oil, or refined sugar. So I decided to make my own. And that's what I'm doing here today. And I'd like to share the recipe with you. So if you decide that you want a healthy vegan pie crust, you can save the recipe and make your own.
So you know the concept of as above, so below. You know, hermeticism and all of that.
Yeah.
So if you're talking about electron donors and things that are either adding to our energy or stealing from our energy, we're in an election season. Electron cells like election. Do you think one of the reasons to vote, we are electron donors to either Trump? Talk to me about that, brother. Us being electron donors, my brother. Let's go, brother. Let's bring this home.
That should be clicking for Rich. He get it, man. So when you even when you get into that, think about the distractions Think about what, even with the radio, just think about what they doing. And for one, they're making you choose a side. And you basically dealing with one snake.
sir.
They got a head at each individual end. So we talking about the same things. When you get that high up into the presidency, we can't change nothing about that, to be honest with you. And we know that these things are rigged and selected in the first place. And these go all the way back down to reptilian shape-shifting beings that then had this figured out for us millions of years ago. So whoever's going to be president, been president, and was selected to be president many different generations ago. And these are just facts, y'all. But think about what they got you doing. They have you going to a podium, giving all of your energy to somebody that you don't know, that you never met. You don't even know if they're a human being or not. You don't know if they're hiding behind a biological fake mask or not. You don't know who these people is, but yet we got people fighting political wars over them. You got people in households pulling guns on each other over this election. You got people mad over each other over an election for people that will never ever change nothing in your life. The set in the tone of earth is already selected, and the tone is already written by the higher ups of who you would call these different bloodlines and entities and families. So, it's ironic that we're taking all of our energy and we're giving this television all of our energies and let it suck all of our electrons out. And we paying this so much attention to people that cannot even change our lives for the better. So I believe that this whole election thing is electron stealer and not electron donor. The only thing that's going to loan or don electrons to you are things that can bring you possibly back to your nature. And that's the earth. That's the grass. That's the soil. That's water. That's spirit. That's meditating. That's listening to music.
Yep, y'all might as well go ahead and fire me right now. Because they have made technology that apparently detects how long you haven't been working. As soon as she got up, it started to count how long she haven't been working. You see that in the red? And yes, they made this for the people who like to take 25 bathroom breaks in 30 minutes. Oh, you texting a family member back? They just caught you in 4K. And buddy right here, an hour and 30 minutes on the clock sleeping is diabolical. And I just know AI, they upgrading their technology and stuff, but y'all honestly can keep this one. Because as y'all can see right here,
I don't know if y'all been peeping these new robots lately, but it seems like they're doing everything they can to make this shit real. They got these robots serving food in some countries. When did this become a thing? Pretty soon it's gonna be robots eating at the table too. You can even hire special services to come to your crib and cook you something personally in your crib. And just look at how pristine she is. Never mind, that shit look nasty as hell. Comment down below if you would have a personal robot chef. The robot gonna start crashing out, twin. Be sure to share this video and hit follow so you don't miss any more updates. Love y'all family. Stay safe.
What? Jennifer Gilbo riding in Shoel Mahmoud's car when out of nowhere she appears to snap, lunging at the Uber driver, dousing him with pepper spray. Shoel picked up Jennifer and a friend on West 46th Street, but when they got to 65th and Lex, things quickly went south early Wednesday morning. What? Shoel insists he hadn't said a word to the ladies. The other passenger appears just as stunned. Done what? Repeatedly asking her friend why she was doing this. Jennifer would only say, "Get him out." Get him out. In the first few seconds, Shoel tells me he tried to get out, but his seatbelt was on. Police did arrest Jennifer. She's charged with assault and now has a lawyer who at this point is not commenting.
If you flip the human nervous system upside down, it looks like a tree growing from a seed, bearing the fruit of the heart, which looks like a fruit dangling on a tree. The tree growing from the seed also feeds the fruit of the spirit. The cycle of the seed is the same cycle of your life. The cycle of the seed is also the same as the parable of the sower. 12 cranial nerves managing the movement of the body, being controlled by the mind. 12 disciples spreading the gospel of Jesus. Jesus is the head. Jesus meets his disciples in the upper room. 12 12 imams of Shia, 12 tribes of Israel with the one left out, 12 zodiac constellations around the sun. Are you starting to see it? You are the son of God. Consciousness is connected to the source of the universe. Brain is a holographic computer projecting this reality. Consciousness is a fractal of God. Your life is a file. Your brain is the husband. Your heart is the wife. The husband, or the brain, is responsible for thinking, taste, touch, hearing, and smelling and sight. Wife is the heart, which is submissive to the brain, emotion, following, and doing. You're arguing because it's the brain against the heart. Thinking versus emotion. You must learn how to sync the mind with the heart. By studying the body, you can study how relationships are truly meant to be. The book in my bio will tell you everything. If you flip the
My body makes me like a shapeshifter. I can squeeze into anything. But no one trusted us for years. They would never.
Did she say what I thought she
And
said?
then once I would get to Paris and try on the samples, they would be like, oh wait, she actually fits in our stuff. So I don't know how to convince the guy that owns the original Maryland dress that I'm a shapeshifter. This has stretched the original.
She said it again.
My body makes me like a shapeshifter. I can squeeze in.
Do you remember back when that YouTuber disappeared after teaching people how to open a portal inside of his bedroom by using different sound frequencies?
Missing YouTuber and his viral video. It's all part of a mystery centered around Sedona, Arizona. Go ahead and play that. So, here 528 tone. I also have another tone generator set to 525, and I'm about to show you what will happen with that. There we go. 528. And already you can see a much more stable fracture.
Do you remember back when that YouTuber disappeared after teaching people how to open a
Started off with the carry, and then he lay. Oh no, this is why. No. Started off with the carry, and then he lay.
God is written in our DNA. There are sulfur bridges.
Is he hugging him so he don't make a layup? Nah, bro, it is not that serious. There's no way you playing that serious of a basketball game that you not about to make no money off of. Dude, like, I'll be like, dude, really? It's not that serious. Like, come on, man.
Every 10, 5, 6, and 5 in our DNA. Align that with the Hebrew alphabet, it adds up to 26. God and Allah add up to 26. Elohim is 62, reversed, that's 26. 206 bones create the body, 26 bones in each feet. Our DNA is 26 angstroms wide. An angstrom is 1/10 of a nanometer. The real atom is an electromagnetic field, which is 1 unit of light. John 1:5, God is light. 26 adds up to 8. The number 8 is the torus field. God is light. God is in the atom, and all things are created out of atoms. This is why the Egyptians said all is atum. Hue, man. Hue is an attribute of a color. Color is light. Man is manifested. We are light manifested into physical form. We are the Word made flesh. God extends his one magnetic light into 2 electrical components. Why do you think everything is split into 2 in this physical world? Good and bad, day and night. Everything is 2 because of the torus field. All the religions have got it wrong. They are externalizing God. Understanding truth will subconsciously make you feel better in yourself. It gives you a sense of well-being. This book will provide you with the information needed. The link is in the bio to get your paperback. There is worldwide shipping. God is written in our DNA.
Drink every weekend or
every day?
You drink every day? Holy crap.
I don't get a gut like this without it.
Yeah, I'm actually 8 years sober, so I just try to hang out, plant little seeds. You struggling with it?
Yeah. Yeah, I do like basketball, video games, play with my kids. Those are fun things too. Don't require a substance, Bob. We do like a can a day or 6-pack a day. Handle.
Yeah, it just depends how I feel.
How the day went.
Yeah. No, it's just.
Okay.
I don't get addicted to anything. I just like to do what I want.
Well, I do run a program. I got a program, 6-week boot camp, Bob, and I got a slot open.
Oh, I'm okay.
Oh, okay.
I'm not struggling.
You wake up feeling fine and all that?
I don't drink till 5.
Oh, 5 in the afternoon or 5 a.m.?
5 afternoon.
Oh, okay. Hey, do you got $1?
I don't know.
Oh, you don't got $1? Here you go, Bo.
Everything is controlled by the microbiome. The microbiome is this whole ecosystem of bugs in your gut that's so critical for regulating immunity, for regulating cancer risk, heart disease risk, diabetes, even dementia. And what's interesting is that if you eat pomegranate, the metabolite of pomegranate is called urolithin A. And this compound is an anti-aging compound. It enhances fitness, VO2 max, and also mitophagy without even exercising. Everything is controlled by the microbiome. The microbiome is this.
Yo, if you know, you know. That pomegranate be hitting. For real.
Y'all don't find it strange how motherboards is built like CDs? This is a motherboard. This is what a motherboard looks like. And this is what an actual CD look like. Y'all see the resemblance? A motherboard in a CD. Motherboard in a CD. Is this not crazy? Y'all see this right here? This is a motherboard. Do this not look like the Twin Towers? Does this not look like it's a bridge? I think I'm really starting to understand what they mean by harness the energy. Because let's think about this hypothetically now, right? If a city is the motherboard, then what is the power source? Could we potentially be, hypothetically, the power source? And another question. Did y'all build the cities around motherboards, or did y'all build the motherboards around cities? Because as they say, so above, so to below. So within, so without. Y'all, let's do what the internet do best. Y'all comment down below, what's y'all theory on this? Because it's something strange. Like and follow for more wisdom and stay tuned.
That can bring you possibly back to your nature. And that's the earth. That's the grass. That's the soil. That's water. That's spirit. That's meditating. That's listening to music. And I'm not talking about radioactive music where they're using the 808, which is to make it literally capture your root chakra, because the drums and the actual frequency that is beating that. I'm not talking about music that actually make you age and it makes you speed up your age by disintegrating your telomeres, literally messing up your chromosomes. The new music the new music actually ages you and makes you live faster. And these are scientific research and evidence that prove these things. All of these things are electron stillers, a relationship. You been with somebody just because you familiar with them, but you know you don't love that other person. That is an electron stiller. You see that? Being unequally yoked, being with somebody who don't have the same passion and the same drive as you. That is an electron stiller. But then on the flip side, you get electron donors. You know, hugging on your baby, increasing oxytocin hormone, binding chemistry. That's an electron donor. Making love to your significant other, the one that you can see you spending the rest of your life. The reason why I put an S at the end, because I really mean that. This spending the rest of your lives with. That's an electron donor. Being around somebody that can help stimulate your thought, for you can have the intellectual conversation to make you think beyond the physical. That's electron donor. Living in your purpose, wanting to be in that present now, being in the present now, which is creating for real a timeless moment. These are the electron donors.
D4K.co.
Islamic religion is a very interesting combination of moon worship and Saturn worship and Venus worship. Venus is very big in the Islamic religion. You look up the word sin or Allah, it will tell you that Allah in Islam is actually the moon god Sin, S-I-N. And you'll see moon god virtually everywhere in the Middle East. And then we get to this article points out that the original Yahweh was only another form of this primitive lunar deity of Arabia. So Yahweh of the Hebrew religion was actually Sin, Ai. And this is why, even in Israel today, they do not spell synagogue S-Y-N. In Israel, they spell it S-I-N, because synagogue was the house of worship of the god Sin. Synagogue. Islamic religion is a very interesting combination of moon worship and Saturn worship and Venus worship. Venus is very big in the Islamic religion. You look up the word sin or Allah, it will tell you that Allah in Islam is actually the moon god Sin, S-I-N. And you'll see moon god virtually everywhere in the Middle East.
This man was being chased by a skinwalker and he caught it on camera.
Hey. Hey. Shh. Stop flirting. Stop flirting.
Are you flirting?
Wow.
Hey, girls, you're ready.
He's talking to you, girls.
See it kind of slowly, like improving there. As long as you're able to breathe that nose. You seem like you're so happy. Yeah.
Bosky, I need you to help me find something to wear, bro. What we did? I was flying.
Found this crispy fucking thing in the yard.
What the fuck?
What is that? Is that a fucking squirrel?
Now what in the air fried ET, sun dried extraterrestrial, Martian exoskeleton ass shit is you holding? This motherfucker look like it went skydiving on the sun. An alien racing is crazy. Like alien jerky. Ain't no way this should be looking edible. The only thing you need is Cajun seasoning and cane sauce. All bullshit aside though, if Buddy really did find this in his yard, we really have another Scooby-Doo ass mystery. We need Shaggy in the game. Because if it's one of these trapezoid head ass creatures, that means that it's more. And I don't know, I just can't process the thought. I just wouldn't be able to process the thought of an army of midget megaminds with elf ears that's out there somewhere in the world. Crazy. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts on this in the comment section though. Like and follow for more wisdom and stay tuned. Remember y'all want the sauce.
Imagine finding that in like your yard. You just go outside, I'm like, what the heck? I'd be tripped out for real.
An egg starts in the ovary of a hen, where the yolk begins to develop. Over the course of a few days, it matures and is released into a long coiled tube. There, it meets up with the egg white, which begins to form around it. As the egg continues to move down the tube, the shell gradually develops, and after about a day, the egg is laid. An egg starts in the ovary of a hen, where the yolk begins to develop. If a jet goes super fast, it can actually push the sound waves in front of it, and this causes them to literally pile up. After a while, the jet will eventually break through this pile of sound waves, resulting in a sudden change in pressure and causing a sonic boom. If a jet goes
Alright, y'all. I hope you guys enjoyed that video right there. Sending peace, abundance, prosperity, and good health your way. Make sure you take care of yourself. Make sure you get outside in the sun. All that good stuff. I hope you guys learned something from this video. Got something from this video. Laughed, something. With all that being said, I'll see you guys in the next upload. Peace.
Thank you.